You have, of course, seen them, even if you did not realize it or pay attention at the time. The average reader of profit goes to restaurants and must have at some time or the other seen a small card that you can scan with your phone and it shows you a menu. That is essentially what a QR code is, and they are everywhere. The Lahore Museum has them up on certain displays so you can scan the code and the information about the exhibit pulls up on your screen. Anyone can easily and conveniently create a QR code and anyone can scan it hassle-free. That is all it is. It is a barcode that is machine readable and can store data that can be retrieved when the QR code is scanned. Similarly, it can also be used to make payments. So you can walk into a mart, purchase groceries, and instead of making payment via cash or debit card, you can simply scan the QR code placed by a bank at a merchant and make payments swiftly and safely. And with the increasing permeability of smartphones and cheap internet data, the question is, why haven't QR codes caught on in Pakistan for payments? Taimur Hassan investigates. Here is how the QR code payments journey for you might look like. The restaurant will put up a QR code and you will open your mobile application and scan the QR code and you will enter the bill amount. You will have to put a one-time password for your application that you will receive on SMS or email. To put it mildly, it does not exactly scream convenience. Now this is a big problem. QR codes are supposed to make life easier but end up doing the opposite. And this is on top of the fact that up till now, the only reason people have bothered to use QR for payments is to avail discounts. Though that might have led to an increase in transactions, it has kept people from using it on a daily basis, especially since enticing users with discounts is a horrible idea over the long term. Since QR code payments are full of friction, users won't bear that friction unless there are discounts on it. But discounts mean that people will make transactions as long as there are discounts. It will drive transactions but not consistent usage. Pakistan's population is generally hesitant even using card for payments, and QR codes are bigger and scarier as a concept. On this end, even the banks have not shown great faith or interest in QR payments themselves sometimes. For example, if someone is inclined to pay electronically, they are more likely to pay using POS rather than through a QR code. Generally, to minimize loss, banks have tended to place QR codes at places that already had a POS option. This is despite the fact that it is expensive for banks to deploy POS terminals, while QR codes can be deployed at a much lower cost. This means QR codes could be adopted by small merchants readily. Since majority merchants are small, QR codes become the most effective way to digitize payments on a large scale in Pakistan. Now this could possibly be because of the running theory in the industry that commercial banks are generally not inclined towards digital banking. And the only steps they have taken towards digital banking were taken because the regulator, the State Bank of Pakistan, issued directives to do so. Because of this, another major hurdle in QR code payments becoming a thing has been the lack of interoperability, which mostly has to do with the stubbornness of the banks. But as the footprint of fintech companies increases, sources say that deliberations at SPP have promised these companies that interoperable QRs will be brought back to the market soon. When that will happen is yet to be seen.